What's good, everybody? It's your boy, yes, sir, with my partner, Danny Dimes, and this is Urban Society, the podcast, brought to you by urbanso.com and Delivery Room Productions. Dimes, what's up, bro? Episode 1.
What's up with you?
Yeah. So we got some special guests in here today. Episode 1, we had to make sure we did an epic one. You know, these two gentlemen, they played a great part in the inspiration for Urban Society. So, they each have their own roles in my eyes and what I want to do with this. You know, one of these gentlemen, we go back, 10, 12, maybe even longer than that, 15 years.
Something like that.
Yeah, and as long as I remember him, this man has always been a hustling ass dude. One of our first encounters, right? Check this out, Don. One of our first encounters, my man gets pulled over by the cops. You want to talk about a hustler?
I was stopped. I didn't even have a car yet. I was like 14.
Yeah, we were young, like 12, 14 years old. He gets himself out of getting locked up by hustling a king-size bag of Skittles to the cops.
I mean, they took the Skittles and let me go is what it was. I didn't hustle them. You know what I'm saying?
This guy right here, when I tell you
and
he plays...
And my 240s I had in the bag, too.
This guy right here plays a great part in the Philadelphia rap scene. A lot of people know he played the backdrop to a lot, but he created a foundation that a lot of people tried to imitate but could never succeed at. And I want to give it up to my man, Matt Dunleavy from Get Focused Entertainment. What's good,
up?
Bro?
Shit.
What's up with you, bro?
Not much.
So you just recently getting back into the music, huh?
I never left. There's just a lot of disloyal people out here. A lot of rats. A lot of
We getting right into it, huh? We not wasting no fucking time.
A lot of people that don't really do what they're supposed to do, and their team is all over the place. Everyone's trying to do too much. Everyone's trying to be the king, and they're not focusing on their roles.
Everybody's got a part to play, and sometimes people don't understand what they have to do in order to make things work. And how I look at it is there's power in numbers. You know what I mean? It's not about being the front runner or having the limelight. It's about working as a team. And, over all the years doing this, if the team ain't working as one, shit falls apart.
Yep.
You already know.
But without further ado, we got my man in here. This cat. Where do I even start with this cat, Dimes?
I don't know.
He's rocking.
This is my guy. That's all I'm going to say, man. We come from the same type of shit. You feel me?
Rocking the city right now.
Even behind the mic. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my guy, man. Officially, that's my guy.
This dude right here, he's got a bunch of projects in the work. He's got the city on his back. He's doing numbers out here, really paving the way for this younger generation, showing them a way to do it. You know what I mean? He's been in the game a long time, and I think the Philly rap scene itself has lost its core. And this dude right here, when I seen him out hustling, doing his thing, and really grinding, I gained
He's
such
the hardest
a
worker.
respect
Facts.
for him. My man, OT TheReal is in the building.
You already know.
I didn't know they were talking about me. I thought they were talking about me.
OT
What
TheReal.
up, though? What up?
Yeah.
Appreciate that, man. It means a lot, man.
In my eyes, these are two legends right here, right now. Matt.
I'm not a legend, bro.
No, but to you are though. Let's talk some stories.
Yeah.
In my eyes, you're a legend because when we were younger, I had the fortune to sit back and be a part of your movement. I learned a lot from what you were doing, and it just showed me a way to grind. If I'm not mistaken, you're responsible for a lot of people's careers, breaking a lot of music and putting people on.
Yup.
Yeah, I think Get Focused was more so meant to be a platform that people weren't really for people that weren't really heard before. And then as we started adding some of those more well-known artists, a lot of other people jumped on and started showing love.
Let's break it down real fast for the people, though. What exactly was Get Focused, and how did it become?
Well, first of all, I didn't really like the name. I don't even know if I like the name now. Jers came up with the name, but we ran with it. It was a DVD. It was about 11 years ago. We dropped it. Had Reed Dollaz, Meek Mill. That was the first volume. The second volume had Dipset. There's a whole lot of other people in there. Touch Money. Shout out to Bricks. He's never coming home. He's
Shout out to
upstate
Bricks.
right now.
Brick of Raw.
We had all them on there, and I think one of the things that made Get Focused special was that we were able to get these different teams that were all throughout the city that had actual street problems with each other to even discuss it in front of a camera, and that proved to be a pretty tough thing to do in itself, because you never really knew what was going to happen when you go down there saying you were just with this person and this is what they said about you, and then pulling the camera out on them and then asking them to say something. So we were able to get all the people that people were following in the city in the same, basically on the same platform together, whereas before they all had their own shit. Headshot had their stuff. Shout out to Young Bob. Touch Money, NH had his Top Class with Reed Dollars. They were doing their thing.
So did Get Focused, did the DVD come about as like a way to expose, artists and what they were doing, or did it, and like their music, or did it become more, was it set out to be more of like a documentary, like for these people?
It started out to expose their music, and it kind of evolved into the documentary part because other parts of their story seemed to be pertinent too.
Because what if you look back, what seems to get a lot of recognition is all the freestyles off of the DVD. You know what I mean? Like when you go back and you YouTube a Get Focused, show, you don't see much of the documentary part. You see, some of these artists that became huge in our era just freestyling, and a lot of them use Get Focused as a platform.
Yeah, I think the artists that mostly benefited from Get Focused were the ones that people didn't really even know about. I mean, I know people bought the DVD because of Meek Mill and because of Reed Dollars, and on the second one, Wiz Khalifa. But for the most part, it was meant for people that weren't really known throughout the city and known anywhere else to get on a platform where they could be heard.
Right. Now, what some people don't know is that Urban Society, me and you've been talking for a while now about, trying to rebuild a platform for these people. And that's where Urban Society came about. And what Urban Society is influenced by the Get Focused movement, and just kind of making a modern platform for, some of these artists coming up and really grinding, to have a place to get exposed and promote their music and their projects and their brands. We didn't have social media all like that when
I was just going to get into that. Back then, I think one of the things that separated us was we were really early adopters of stuff like YouTube and video streaming and allowing people to see the trailer to it and stuff like that online. Most of the time, people were so used to having DVDs and everything else that wasn't really in the picture yet. There was no World Star back then. There was
right.
This was effectively that dynamic, the same thing that those platforms provided.
Now let me jump off topic a little bit. How did Matt Dunleavy get involved? Now you had some early breakthroughs and other things that kind of put you on the map and gained you some recognition in the music business. Is that correct?
Yeah, I mean, how early are we talking though?
Tell me how it started. I mean, you've been doing graphics since you were real young, right?
Yeah, I was doing covers for a lot of artists. Rockefeller Records covers. I did all of Twisted's album, his most recent album covers. I don't know if he had anything more after that. I haven't heard from him, but I did a lot of mixtape and album covers, probably like 200 or 300 of them for various artists, every artist you can think of.
Major.
Prior to really being involved on the branding side of stuff.
How'd you even land that opportunity? That's what I want to get at.
I was doing covers for people that were opening up for bigger rappers and doing it in exchange for making sure that they seen it, and it was just the covers and the websites.
Muscle work.
and then
that's muscle work.
And then
you hear what he did?
And then they were catching on to it.
Caught on to the muscle.
So using
Alive over there. Alive.
Let's talk.
Let's jump. We don't got to keep talking about this shit he did. He did some shit.
I just said Alive. He alive. No. He's still alive.
Oh yeah.
He'll be alive for a while. Go ahead.
So
alive.
OT really is real. If y'all don't know that. So the album covers, they generated your footprint, and I mean,
They got me exposed to the music business as a whole. And then I started running into the dudes on the street that sold some of that stuff, and that's how I got in the mix of things. It gave me a lot of local connections, and it allowed me to interact with pretty much all sides of the wars that were going on, because
there was a lot of wars.
I was a
war zone.
I was basically an unbiased party in the whole thing.
I mean, you had to play the neutral part because you were that guy in the middle of everybody's issues.
Get focused might have been. I wasn't really the guy that was on the street agitating shit. Jers was.
He was the guy putting in the muscle.
Jers had a really good way of walking up to somebody and telling them something and getting them going.
Yeah,
that's what he did back in the day.
Jers used to take me on some adventures. Yeah, this man. Let's jump into the mixtapes. You guys broke a lot of foundations with mixtapes, a lot of records and stuff. So how did the mixtape become a part of it? Because the DVD was there. It was setting a trend.
He came to me with this idea that because I could do the covers and because we were connected with all the DJs, we had a lot of material straight from recording studios. We had really early Lil Wayne shit. We had all the Dipset stuff. So he had this idea that we could put out 3 mixtapes a week with the major artists and put ours on there too. And we did that for like 2 years, and then it became 5 a week.
I remember.
And then we had at one point in time on that PIF, we had 3 of the top 5 mixtapes that were on there.
Working.
That's a lot of work. I remember, speaking of Lil Wayne, you guys did a lot of work with him. If I'm not mistaken, you were one of the first, especially in our area, to catch that Lollipop record.
Yeah, he leaked that.
Because if I'm not, I remember, it just popped in my head. I remember I was DJing this party down, we were in Port Richmond.
Me and Jay Henney showed up. Shout out to Jay Henney.
Yeah, and you said, listen, I need you to play this. I said, what is it? It's that new Lil Wayne, just play it. And nobody heard it.
It probably came out he probably finished it. Not came out that day. He probably finished recording it that day.
You walked in with a CD and it said, you just said, play this. And I dropped it, and I mean, it was a hit. So I was kind of like the first DJ. This is like a drunk fact, but I'm kind of like the first DJ in our city to drop that Lollipop track.
The people that were downstairs didn't even know what was going
on. I mean, let's talk a little bit about how your relationships with some of these bigger artists came about. Because I mean, I remember, sitting on Tarsdale Ave and having Joel Santana walk in the building. I remember
that might have been because of Bezel.
Bezel was
Bezel. If anything, if you've seen anything to do with Dipset, then it was probably because of Bezel. He used to take us up. Bezel went to Lincoln with us. He used to take us up there to Joel's spot in Teaneck, New Jersey, and I was really just kind of going up there to chill. I really wasn't even there for any real music related shit, and he had this little. It was basically a studio. It wasn't where he lived at, and everyone would come through there, and there was a lot of music that we ended up getting that way through Bezel, and Bezel was one of Joel's right hand man back then. So every time we would go up there, it would always be lit, and every time we would come back, we'd have shit that nobody had.
Shout out to Jay Bezel.
Yeah, fucks with Bezel, man. I used to listen to his tapes and shit.
He was a monster growing up. And then I can remember times where, correct me if I'm wrong, but you played a big part in Joey Jihad's upcoming also, right?
No, not Joey.
He was around. He was around a lot.
I think we did. We did.
Facts.
Yeah, I fuck with Hattie though. No,
shout out to Had. That's my guy, man.
Yeah. I know. I helped him out while he was in jail. Progress from
Muscle
from the Far East movement. They were looking at Hattie because of some of his sound samples from his voice, and I helped link them up with him. It was hard as shit to get a hold of Hattie in jail because first of all I had to find out what his government name was, so I had to go around his way asking people what Joey's government name was, and they didn't realize I'm over there trying to
help him out,
trying to get a check sent to him, and people were looking at me all crazy. But eventually, DJ Amir hit me up and got that.
Shout out to Amir.
Shout out DJ Amir,
yeah.
for sure.
103.9, 7 to 9. Back to that though.
Yeah.
I remember Hattie was part of the team. Like
He was around
when the whole Go Getter movement came. I remember being in the studio with you guys and you know, especially
I just found my Go Getter hoodie the other day.
I found the DVDs. I still got some of them DVDs he was pushing. You know,
Hattie always kept his own lane though. You know what I'm saying? He always stayed in his own lane. And the thing was, he kind of couldn't really be out in the public a whole lot like that back then because shit was crazy for him.
And we got Hattie. He agreed to come show us some love, right, Doms?
Yeah, you already know, man. Had's my guy, man. You already know. I talked to Joey yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah. So
he'll be up here for sure.
So we'll touch back on some of the history, but why don't you tell me you brought a guest with you, man? You brought the guy with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm working with OT on some of this branding stuff. You know, he has a real intricate team. He's got Dennis that's been holding shit down for him. He in the back. You don't see him in the picture right now, but he's in the room somewhere.
Yeah.
And I took notice to him after, you know, seeing he was buzzing online. And I went down and met with him, and I seen that everybody on his team was moving out, and it was something that I felt like I could bring something to the table for.
Soup Kitchen.
You already know, man.
You know
What's
what
up,
I'm saying?
Bo?
Hey.
What's up with you, Bo? We finally got him up here, man.
Yeah, you know.
Hope y'all tuned in.
We're gonna start it off right.
Oh, you bring a little something
right,
up here.
We got cups, we got glasses or something.
Yeah, we got
where the cups at?
Get 4 of them, please.
Underneath the green joint.
Let's talk about some things.
Yeah. What we got over there?
Kiki vodka, man. It's Philly shit too. You heard? So support your city, man.
Oh yeah, I like that. I like that already.
Kiki vodka, man.
Keeping it Philly. I already like that.
So
he got goals. My man got goals with that shit, man. So I peeped him out. I'm saying he blessed me with a couple of bottles.
We're gonna have to get
love, man.
Go
cop that Kiki, man.
Everybody
That's
get a
another
shot.
endorsement.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
Let me know when we rocking. Let me know when we rocking. I'm about to turn up.
We're gonna take these.
We rocking. We take these shots. All right, cheers here, everybody.
OT over here trying to
to wealth.
That's cool. That's on.
To wealth and health.
So wealth and health. Yeah, we getting lit. Fuck it. I wasn't planning on doing this, but I guess.
Kiki was made in Russia.
Go get that Kiki, man. That shit smooth though.
For who?
I was about to say.
I didn't think it was that bad.
It wasn't bad. It's vodka.
Y'all got me drinking clear and brown.
Yeah, this shit bad news.
Nobody told you to drink brown though.
I told me to drink. I got the bottle in the car, so I got to refill my flask.
I like brown liquor better too, but I fucks with that. Go cop that Kiki vodka, man.
Cop that Kiki
Philly
vodka.
shit. You already know.
You don't got to drug a bitch or nothing. Get her to drink some Kiki with you. Get some juice.
In the building, we got OT TheReal, man. Let's get to it. Oh, what's up, man?
Everything.
How did you get started with music? And you mind giving us a little bit of background on how OT TheReal started?
Music, since I was a youngin', rapping, DMX and shit, 50 Cent, like Power the Dollar. Everybody asked me that, like, what got you? 50 Cent, Power the Dollar.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that anyway.
And just going hard, going to site, going hard, going to parties, rapping and shit up in Mass, Central Mass, all the schools in Boston. So I had to get out of where I was from to become who I had to be, you know what I mean? And keep it pushing. And my legal struggles through my life, led me, always fleeing and shit in my early, my teens and shit, different states and stuff and different problems. And finally I got hemmed up and got all that shit knocked out the box in one shot and sat for a minute, came home, was lackadaisical, got in more trouble. And once I got out of that, once I beat that, we had a year push basically. Starting in last December, we started hitting open mics, every open mic. $50 to perform, pay it. It's 20 of us, all going deep. Soup Kitchen, they know my song, I'm saying. Then we started winning all the content, a good percentage of the contest. And then it was, all right, there's no more open mics, let's do some features. And then, a lot of cats blessed us, man. A lot of situations that I thought I was going to have to have money for, I didn't. And then a lot of shit that I didn't realize I was going to need money for, I did. You know what I'm saying? So.
Facts.
And if you hot, people will fuck with you, I think. Or
Facts, bro.
If people feel like you hot, they'll fuck with you. And
yep.
We've been pushing.
So you've been doing music for a minute, but it was more or less this
last
bid where you decided, let me, use the music to try to keep myself out of trouble.
Yeah, man. I mean, I caught a case I didn't have nothing to do with, man. They offered me like a 40, it was a 40-year sentence they offered me. That was my deal was 17 to 40. That was my deal.
So that was eye opener. Like, let me go hard with this music.
My man. They had me in there for some shit I didn't do, and this lady was telling me my deal was 17 to 40. You know what I'm saying? That was my deal. So I was bitching, you know what I'm saying? I was scared as a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying?
Fucking right, cuz.
Sitting in that chair, you know what I'm saying? And then she just was like, the same bitch, when I wouldn't take the deal, she went in the courtroom and dropped the charges, you know what I'm saying? But look, what I'm saying is, I came home and my two of my homies, Matt and Boo, were like, yo, listen, we run the streets, we're going to get you on there, they're doing their thing, it costs money, they don't know us, you know what I'm saying? A lot of cats be like, oh, I ain't paying to get on that shit, but it's like, why they got to put you on their DVD? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I'll pay for that many people to see me. Right now, I'll do it again. I would do it again.
I dig that.
And I don't have to now because I've been blessed with relationships, but it's like I said, the shit I thought that I was gonna have to pay for and stuff like that, it came once they seen the grind, and I owe that to a lot of my homies, Soup Kitchen. Shout out to the Soup Kitchen. You know what I'm saying?
I can honestly say too that from somebody who came into the picture pretty late, that in most cases, especially in a place like Philly, it's very difficult for a rapper to get any type of attention from anybody. I mean, there's so many haters. So in his situation, I seen that there was a lot of people that were showing him love, and you didn't really see so much of that. And that's really unusual for any artist trying to make moves in Philly, to have all these people reaching out, trying to be a part of it and trying to contribute to what they're working on. Because for the most part, people in Philly they don't want to see somebody else win. They just want to. They just want to. They want to be the kingpin themselves. They want to sit back.
Look, I ain't gonna hold you, man. Oh, you had a crazy run, bro. Real shit. Like, I'm telling you from a guy who used to do this shit himself back like 6-7 years ago. And I'll tell you right on the air, right here, and it's not no super bigging up shit, nothing like that. My run wasn't near as crazy as his, and I already know how. If I was at his level, how that shit would have been. And this was 6 years ago. So that's why I respect a guy like OT so much, because like now it's different. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta make a good song. You can't just be a good rapper. There's a lot of people that can rap. This fucking guy can make a song. Like, I'm sure if you listen to OC4, that's his newest joint he got out, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes,
yeah,
sir.
OC4. I mean, there's nothing but crazy bangers on there, front to back. You don't even got to skip a song. You can let that shit run through.
Hosted by DJ K Slay.
Hosted by DJ K Slay. Come on, man. Like, are you serious? Come on, man. Shout out to K Slay. That's some legendary shit right there, man.
I didn't know.
That joint was out for a little bit, and before it got dropped on my mixtape.
Yeah.
Right?
Hard copies. It was out.
That was the first digital?
Yeah. We dropped. This is what we did. We did hard copies for a month. Maybe a little more than a month, maybe like 35 days, something like that. We call it a month though. You know what I mean, and we did like, I want to say we did just under 10,000 hard copies. But people supported. People were buying 100 packs, 500 packs in Chicago. Dudes in Chicago were buying. I mean, dudes were buying wholesale just to get it out there. We were still making money off it too. And then we dropped it digital. I had to give myself a chance to make some paper. You know what I'm saying? And then
that's when I came in the picture.
Dunleavy.
He was dropping them. He got them hard copies. I seen them hard copies moving. I knew what time it was. People
that's
buying
what I'm saying.
Mixtapes.
He the hardest. In
When's
my
the last
opinion,
time you heard people out here buying mixtapes?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He a hardworking dude, dog, and somebody like him deserve it. That's why I respect and appreciate his grind so much, man. Because like he's the hardest working dude out here, and it's quality music. It ain't none of that bullshit.
So then we dropped it on my mixtapes,
and it did numbers.
And it's man, it's doing good, man. Like, shout out to my man Jesse from my mixtapes, man. Listen, man, fuck with my mixtapes. That's the new wave, you heard? I'm letting you know. Listen, I asked some young boys. I seen some young boys in the park, and I said, yo, who should I drop my mixtape on? And they didn't even know who I was. One of them did. The other one didn't. And he was like, I mean, what do you mean? I said, what would you go look on? He said, I would go to my mixtapes. Why? I was like, you want to go to that Piff? He said, nah. I was like, all right. Then I asked some girls, who would you go to? They said, oh, we got my mixtape. So I said, that's the wave. So we dropped it on my mixtapes, put the link in the bio, you know what I'm saying? And they held me down, put me on the feature page. They held me down. Everything's been off the muscle. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, if you fucking grind hard, like right around the time when it feels like it's not going to pay off, some shit starts happening.
Yeah.
See, I never heard of my mixtape And
I
I've
did.
been
That's
a
my
DJ.
shit, man.
I never did. I
My
always-
mixtapes.com with a Z.
You already
I
had
bet.
what you needed. You
Yeah,
already
yeah.
had.
You know what I'm
fucking
saying?
whatever
Like,
you
come
was
on.
I
doing.
mean, I have 101 different ways to get my content, and I mean, when I wanted the street shit or some up and coming artists, I would hit that piff. But I'll tell you,
very similar.
soon as O posted, I'm dropping this on my mixtape. That day, I downloaded the app, and I played this joint, back to back, running through. You know what I mean? There's not a track on it you can't bang with.
Shit fire,
You know
man.
what I mean? You got.
Word.
You got fire on that track. And I mean, that's kind of how me and Matt started talking about, that's why I say you kind of play an inspiration in what urban society is because as I was trying to even figure out what direction to take with urban society, it wasn't even urban society yet. I mean, I had some foolish name for it, and I was like, it ain't it. But for real, you go through 10, 15 names before you find one that sticks. But me and Matt were talking, man, and he said, you've been in this game a long time, me too. When was the last time you seen somebody out there actually moving their own mixtape? And the last person we heard doing it is also somebody that you have a feature with, Oskino.
Yeah, that's
Benny with the blue
Listen.
face.
Yo.
Listen,
Yeah.
I look at I watch their grams, man.
Yeah.
I learn from them.
And I mean that boy, he's putting
Learn.
something on. He's dropping knowledge on
Yeah,
people
man.
about
Oskino,
actually
man.
hustling.
I've never seen anybody do as much for Philly artists as Oskino.
Facts. I'll co-sign that right now. Danny Dimes co-signs that. That's facts.
I never seen anybody show love. And I'm not saying other dudes don't show love. Gilly, everybody shows love. Them dudes show love. They're good dudes, man. They really are. Like, dudes is where they are for a reason because, a lot of them ain't, good dudes. If you're a piece of shit, you get written off a long time ago.
Yeah, there's
Yes, sir.
there's not
But-
too many that turn
Well,
their back to
Oskino,
us.
I never seen nobody do. No, that dude doesn't go to fucking bed.
O
bro.
does that shit from the muscle. I was
He
just
got,
about to say
he
the
got
same
like 28.
thing.
He got like 28 hours in his day, man.
Oskino does that shit from the muscle
Make sure
And
you
he
and
get
all
that app
himself.
7
Jack
too,
tables,
man.
too.
Make sure
Yeah, he
you-
does, and he just came out with a clothing line too. I seen called
Oskeen.
Oskeen. Yeah,
I said, oh shit.
yup.
It's like a suit clothing line.
He had some fly T-shirts too that I
was
seen
about
that
to
he
say,
put up
but
too. It
shout
looks
out to
nice
those
though.
guys.
Like, that
Those
shit
suits
looks
are
fire.
major though.
I would
You don't
co-
ever
I'ma
see no,
co-sign
you
that
hear no
shit.
rappers coming out with no suit.
Dunleavy
clothing line,
about to Dunleavy about to start rocking the Oskeen suit.
though. Yeah.
Watch out.
Yeah.
He's coming with
Yo.
them papers, with them paperwork.
You already know. Yo, I was about to hop into another question real quick,
Huh.
and he kind of touched on it. I was about to say, what about some artists you work with or are currently working with? Can you give us anything on that?
Yeah. Yeah, I got a list of some cats, man. All right. Make sure I don't forget because there's cats. There's cats, man. Some cats,
It's a
man.
lot of motherfuckers you work
But
with.
I'm gonna name cats that I think are hot
Right.
that can rap.
It's only
Right.
right.
Porter.
El Porter. Shout out El Porter.
Oh, definitely.
Whatever the fuck genre of music he falls into is hot as fuck.
Shout out El Porter, man.
Because he does everything. And then you got my man, now I'm gonna talk about some workers. We gotta talk about lights, cameras, you gotta talk about drama, B2R. You gotta talk about Mike Lowry, you gotta talk about Celebrity Flash. You gotta talk about Rich White, you gotta talk about D-Boy Flowski.
Yeah, shout out to D-Boy Flowski, man.
Killing
That's
it,
my
too.
guy, too.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Fuck
Fire.
did they find him at? I did a whole CD with that animal.
Fire.
With that
It's,
animal.
The Minority Report.
Hosted by DJ No Frills.
That-
You already know.
that's
Shout out to
something you
Frills,
can
too.
run.
That's my guy, too.
That's another mixtape you can run straight through, even if you don't know the artist. You know what I mean? You can just run that through because that mixtape is fire.
Yeah,
Somebody-
both of them together to me is like
It's like
Styles
freaking
and
Frank.
Kiss.
It's
It's
like,
like
yeah,
Styles
it's-
and Kiss,
Yo,
man.
man,
Like, let's
it's
just keep
cool.
it a bean.
Yo, my man, but like I said, my man Rich White. Also,
Yeah.
I
Shout out to
watched
Rich
the-
White.
He disappeared. He
Absolutely.
was here, right?
He's
Yeah, he
running
was in the
around.
building.
Busy guy, man.
Yeah.
But
Shout out to Rich White, man.
and then when we talk about Spaz Heavy, man, I need y'all to check out Spaz Heavy, man.
Spaz Heavy. Shout out to
Spaz
Spaz.
Heavy was upstate with me, man, and Spaz Heavy used to rip them yards with me, man. That's what they want to hear. I learned that shit upstate. That's a tough crowd upstate. I'm saying that's a tough crowd upstate, and I'm telling you, I wouldn't say it if it wasn't true. Camp Hill, Graterford, and E Block on Graterford at the fence with all the PVs, and Camp Hill on I Block on the fence with J Block and on the fence with H Block. Battles where I was battling dudes from Detroit for commie bags, and this was at Camp Hill before you could smoke, so everybody was trading for kite and shit still. And I'm talking about we shut down yards, and I seen that if I could get all their attention, there, and then I went to my home jail, and it was recess every fucking yard. It was recess. It was sweet at my home jail. No one was even. It was Rap City and the keyboard in that bitch. But that prepared me for being out here. You know what I'm saying was that jail, was being locked up. If I didn't get locked up and do all that time, I wouldn't be the same type of rapper I am. I'm not saying that shit's cool. None of that shit. I'm not saying you should.
No,
do
you
it.
just hearing it straight from the man himself. Period.
But up and coming cats in the city though. Spaz Heavy, definitely. Butter Knife King. Jeez, Butter Knife King. I mean, he's making, these dudes are moving. I just did a track with Lee Mason. I just did a track with P&B Chiz.
You're tuned in to Urban Society, the podcast, brought to you by urbanso.com and Delivery Room Productions. Be sure to check out our website at urbanso.com, where you can learn more about Urban Society and follow us on all social media platforms.
Yeah, we back. All right, so look.
What up?
What about some of these artists you work with or some that you're currently working with? Can you give us any background on that?
Yeah, new project coming. Features is everywhere. Like I said, Lee Mason, P&B Chiz, P&B Shiz. I got my man, I got the Rothsteins on there. I got Vodka. Just got a whammer with Vodka.
Shout out to Vok.
I didn't even know
Legend
that.
in Philly.
Got a banger with Big Ooh from Jersey.
Shout out to Big Ooh.
Got a banger with SK and Quilly Mills.
Shout out Quilly.
Got a banger with Cassidy.
Shout out to everybody O saying right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say shout out to everybody behind him, but shout out to everybody O mentioning right now.
Shout out to Cass, man. Shout out to Pop from the barbershop.
Yeah, I was about to say, I seen
Shout
you
out to my management.
Right? We caught a little snippet of this
Cassidy
Cassidy
shit.
That was just, 2 days ago?
Yup.
John sounds
That's
like
heavy.
Fire.
Muscle.
Yeah, that shit's heavy.
How'd that relationship come back? How'd you figure that one out?
Good management. His management, my management. Linked up.
Let's
Set
big up your
Shout
man.
out to
ACPC.
Dennis.
If you ain't following All City Promotions Company, you're an asshole. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, shout out to that too.
At
I co-signed
ACPC.
that
Dennis
on
don't
live
want
on
to
the
sit
air
here
too.
right now.
You'll see it
Go
though.
shout out
likes
to
to
All
stay in
City
the shadows
Promotion,
with it.
Instagram.
They went from just starting out and getting things organized to being rocking and being relevant and popping and shit.
Facts.
And they work hard. They work hard for me, man. It's more than one person.
Listen, man.
to me,
Everybody,
it's Dennis, you know what I'm saying?
everybody on the entire team is doing what they're supposed to do.
Soup Kitchen.
And that's the main reason why I even got involved in it. Every single person, from the producers
Soup Kitchen.
to his homies, his personal homies, to Dennis, to everybody's doing what they're supposed to do.
Soup Kitchen.
Shout out to Dennis, man. Shout
Everybody's
out to All City
moving.
Promotion.
Everybody's moving in O's best interest right now, and that's the main thing.
The Soup Kitchen is deep too. Your crew is deep, and they put on for you. That's like, it's love.
You know what I was about to say? Oh, like that's what I try to explain to regular people too. Like, it seems like with your team, like it's like they know what the focus is. Like, you're the front runner. Like, and sometimes
There's no
that's
other
just
rappers.
the facts.
There
That's
ain't-
what I'm
yeah,
saying.
there ain't no
Sometimes
other
that's just the
rappers.
facts, but they all get behind you and support you.
Oh, the best. They're the
Yeah,
best.
That's what I'm saying. I see this, and that's crazy. Like that's what it should be like. You know
but
what
it's
I'm saying?
transformed.
Yeah, there's a lot of
And I
Talk
want to
to
make it.
'em.
Yeah, I'm sorry. What you gonna say?
no. I was just saying, there's a lot of people who make moves where their people don't. Their team, the people that are supposed to back them, don't back them the way they should. And it seems like we're seeing something new with your whole crew.
Yeah, because they believe. They're like, yo. Because they're like, yo, my homie's going to make it.
Yeah,
so
it's-
now
yeah,
I'm
facts.
seeing that, and I'm like, I got to fucking make it.
But it's like loyal. It's like loyalty died a long time ago with a lot of people, and it seems like we're seeing a different part of it with your crew. You know what I mean? They're really loyal to you, and they big you up. You ain't got somebody bigging you up on social media and then behind your back like, fuck this dude.
Yeah,
man.
shout out to the whole Soup Kitchen, man.
Rest
For
in
real.
peace, Wall Weezy, too, man. My biggest,
Rest in
my
peace,
biggest
Walt.
promoter, my biggest homie. I mean, everyday homie right there, man. You know, rest in peace, my brother Walt, man. That was
Yeah, I got to
Yeah.
meet
That's
him
a
one
fucking-
time. It's crazy, just one time.
Yeah, he's a good brother, man. So that was a huge hurt piece. I don't want to come on and be like, oh, it was a huge hurt piece to the camp because it's bigger than the camp. My homeboy got a family and shit. You know what I'm saying,
Exactly.
and but it was it was crippling, but we just overcome so much adversity. I mean, you get numb to it and you just keep fucking grinding. You know what I mean? Because now it's like, I know this, all the grind that he put in. For me, that shit ain't gonna be in vain. It's not gonna be a waste. You know what I'm saying? So.
We gotta talk about grind because I gotta bring this up. We took a little break. It was supposed to be a little 5-minute break. You want to talk about grind? OT TheReal just went off in the Urban Society studio right now. Hey. I mean, I couldn't stop him. I couldn't get him back on the table.
Hey.
I mean, this boy is full of so much energy, and you can see the passion and drive in him, man. And that's all I got to say is, like, for the city, man, if they don't support you, they're dumb. If they're into any kind of rap music or hip-hop music or any kind of it's dumb not to support you. Cause
you know how Philadelphia is, though, bro.
Yeah, they love to hate.
Philly been showing me love from the rip.
Yep, exactly.
I must be the Joker.
But I mean,
I was about to say, Philly seems like they with OT, man. For real, I ain't gonna hold you.
I love you, Philly.
That's what I'm saying.
Shout out to AR Ab too.
Anybody,
I'm changing that.
Anybody that don't support is just dumb, because this boy is full of so much energy that is, as long as he keeps his drive and his circle stays tight, man, the road's endless.
He's full of so much energy, they think he gets high, and he doesn't.
Yo,
and he doesn't.
I'm strictly gone.
He's just in his bag.
I get in my bag sometimes.
It happens. I'm the same way, man. I'm the same exact way. Yo, another thing I want to ask you personally on the air.
I like to have fun because I can. So you let that register. You know what I'm saying? I like to have fun because I can.
That energy,
so
that energy is just there.
What you were saying, Dimes?
Yeah, no, I just want to know what your personal favorite record you ever did was. I just want to know. Listen, I know that's a hard question to ask you, but I know it's it's a good question to ask you.
Whatever the last completed joint that I recorded was. Right now,
no,
it might be that joint. Yo, it might be The Grind with Cassidy though.
Yeah.
That might do it. Produced by Thoroughbred.
I was about to say, I heard the beat.
And I seen y'all
rocking to it, and I was just like,
Thoroughbred. You can't leave him out.
Yeah, Thoroughbred. I met him.
Not at all.
Yeah, I met him.
Shout out to Thoroughbred. 215. He was actually
Thorough is a monster.
Yeah, dude, he's fucking great, man.
Behind that board.
Dude, he fucking goes home and makes beats all night and calls me at 4 a.m. He's like, "What's up, dude?" I'm like, "What are you doing, weirdo?" He's like, I'm making beats, I'm like, let me play. He plays it for me. I'm listening to it. I'm vibing. My girl's like, shut the fuck up. It's 4 a.m. I'm like, babe, it's cool. It's thorough. She's like, oh, like it's out. You know what I mean? Because he hits me up with these beats in the middle of the night, and they're dope. And I just did a record with Big Ooh over one of his tracks. I just did a record with Cassidy over one of Thorough's tracks. I got the record with AR Ab over his track.
Yeah, I was about to say you did a record with Ab too.
I got a record with P&B. I got a record with P&B Chiz over his track. Shit's whamming, dog. I got some shit with Saigon and the Tuck.
Saigon, he a legend though. Especially
they trap me in this violent environment. Block so hot they need to fire the cops and hire some firemen. That's my shit, man. That's Saigon. He's one of the reasons I rap.
Let's touch back on AR Ab.
Yeah, shout out to OBH. That's my.
Yeah, shout out to the whole OBH, man.
Don't get it twisted. Like, we in North Philly, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I fuck with Ab, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with Garcia.
Shout out to Garcia Ape Gang.
Shit, you already fucking know.
Yeah, man. They've been doing a lot for the city for a long fucking time, man.
Did a lot for me. I'll tell you that.
That's
Black
love.
De Niro. Let's talk about
Shout out to Black De Niro.
Let's talk about that project that, Black De Niro's doing real quick with that, what I'm saying, that Philly Work CD, man. He got random motherfuckers together. He didn't go get people and just do a song with them. He got random people and matched them up and made like crazy collabs and crazy shit for the city that never would have happened. And moving on from him,
making movies.
Oh yeah,
yeah, Brush. Yeah, shout out to Brush.
And it'll be in his next film. You know what I'm
street
saying?
Movie, yeah.
So Ab, Garcia, Black, and Cat's been looking out for me. Oskino, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just Cat's been looking out for me. Cat's been looking out for me, man. I'm grateful to him, and I'll never forget it.
That joint, State Road, right? With AR.
Yeah,
that joint is fire.
Yeah, man. Ab went in
hard. When doesn't he?
Come on, you're right. You're right.
When doesn't he?
I just got a joint done with Ness. And
shout out to Slingshot Ness. That's my guy.
Slingshot Ness.
Shout out to Ness, man. Slingshot. He already know. Sweaty Murphy.
That's my man.
Recorded my first track with Ness at
shout out to Dutch too.
Shout out to Dutch from the Major Figures,
man. Shout out to Dutch.
Yeah,
I know him as Dutch. I know Dutch. I'm in the street with Dutch. Rest in peace, Maybach Quiz, man. RP Quiz, man. Maybach Quiz. Ninth and Clearfield boy, 7th and Clearfield boy, man. Rest in peace, Quiz. Yeah, rest in peace, Quiz. That was our people, man. My man Flowski working. He just did a joint with Gilly. He's working. Dude's just working, man. We pushing, man. It's push season.
We're gonna continue to support.
I'm not gonna stop grinding. Everyone's like, "All right, when's it gonna stop?" Never. I'll do a song with. Listen, I'll start. fuck with me, man. Say I won't do something, and I make it hot. I'm gonna make it hot. I'm gonna do it 30,000 times till it's hot, and then I'm gonna release it.
So here at Urban Society, man, we're gonna we still got a lot of foundation to build, but we definitely want to, as long as you're working, we're working with you. We want you to be able, your fans, to come check us out and cop your music. You know what I mean? We want to promote your projects.
Word.
I mean, that's what Urban Society, is here for. We're trying to build a foundation to, give you a platform. I mean, your platform's ridiculous right now. We're still building. You know what I mean? We're just,
but you don't understand. Like, it's doing shit like it's doing shit like this that got me, and I'm sitting here saying got me where I'm at. Like, I'm not at where I want to be, so don't get that twisted. I'm about 50% where I want to be. That's about it. But it's these joints.
It'll be like 6 months.
Yeah.
Get mad. They say sky's not the limit. It's just the view, right?
Yeah, listen, man. Yeah, I like that. That's wavy.
That's Nori. I stole that from Nori. I stole that from Nori.
But we ain't gonna stop grinding. So
that's what's up, man.
I keep looking for new challenges, new things that I always wanted to do, and I try to take it from the impossible column and get it into the possible column. And once it's in the possible column, I try to get it into the doable column. And once it's in the doable column, I do it. We do it. And then we're like, next. No celebrating. Next. This is what the fuck we celebrating for. We're not what we want to be. Let's keep
hard
going.
working. That's love.
And people are coming with these offers, and we got people like offering us things and little things, and
the bag ain't heavy enough though.
The bag's not heavy enough, man. I got things. I got people I gotta take care of. I've been in the streets for years. You know what I'm saying? I got people that looked out for me. No. That I fucking, I got people, man. So, I got to take care of people. I got to make it right,
So, we got OC4 bumping right now in the streets. Now, how many actual mixtapes or projects have you put out before this? I mean, I know there hasn't just been 4.
No, I put out, what I put out. I'll tell you what it was. Right before I went upstate, the first digital thing we threw up in 2010 was Coca-Cola, the original Coca-Cola, but it went up on SoundCloud as Free OT. That was it. It was on SoundCloud. And then I came home, and, we made Coca-Cola Volume 2 with Jason Duckets, who was one of the people who helped.
That's my man.
Yep. Shout out to DJ Duckets, Jason Duckets.
They don't even know outside of being a DJ, Duckets is a boss.
Duckets is a fucking... Duckets,
really is,
listen, Duckets makes an M in 10 years on the book, so fuck around. Fuck with the Duck
less
if you
than
want.
10 years.
Yeah, less than 10 because of his DJing. Duckets is clocking. I'm gonna keep it real.
Listen, aside from being a DJ, Duckets is a boss.
He's a boss.
He's known for being a DJ, but
he's a boss though.
He was a boss when I met him.
Little Italian.
He was a boss when I met him.
He's a loyal dude. So I got
that's my homie though.
Yep. Shout out to Duggett. So Coca-Cola Volume 1 is on SoundCloud under Free OT. Coca-Cola Volume 2 is on that Piff, and it's on my mixtapes. It's hosted by DJ Jason Duggett. Coca-Cola Volume 3 is on my mixtapes in that Piff, hosted by DJ Amir.
Shout out DJ Amir.
Shout out to Amir, who just landed that joint, like I said, on 103.9. But and then Coca-Cola 4, we finished it up, and Slay heard it, and because Slay had been reaching out and had us do a show, and Slay heard the mixtape, said he wanted to host it, so Slay hosted it, and got Ab on there, Santos. Oh yeah, we got to shout out Santos, man. Flames.
Yeah, he's fire. We run the streets.
Yeah.
Santos fire. Man.
But yeah, we got Santos, Ab, Drama, Il Porter, Joey Jihad, Oskino, and then I'd also drop the Minority Report, which is out on that Piff right now with D-Boy Flowski, hosted by DJ No Frills. Got Static 215 on there. Got Tone of Voice on there. Then also with DJ Too Short 215. We just dropped Hood Hits Volume 15, which I got like 4 or 5 joints exclusives on there. Yeah, I hosted that joint.
Shout out Too Short.
Yeah, shout out to Too Short. He do a lot for Philly.
Yeah, we know a lot of mutual people.
Me, Too Short, and Mackie and all them was fuck around back before I went away. And then I got my joint on there with Lil Ty. I got my joint on there with County Boy Doc. Shout out to them. They working, you know what I mean? That's what it is, man. One hand wash the other, both hands wash the face. I got 90 hands washing my face. See who got the cleanest face.
Yo, man, listen, I wanted to say something real quick because, I know the features are crazy and everything's crazy right now, but to me, like, you had a couple heavy records, man, like real heavy ones, even by yourself. Like, the first time I even heard you was the Paper Cuts record. And that shit
All on my hands, got these paper cuts.
Yeah.
I can't even tell you
Yo,
who wants to remix that.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, listen, that song right there is so timeless to me because you could probably turn that joint on in 10 to 20 years and still rock to that shit. It's like a timeless song. It will never get old. You feel me? Like, that's one of my favorite joints from you ever.
Yeah, my joint.
And even on the OC4, like the Jimmy Hoffa joint, the Get Back joint.
Pablo.
Like, come on. Like, they're all bangers.
Pablo.
Like, I'm talking about. Like, see, when I listen to a song, I listen to it as like I don't even know you, cause I don't know you that well, but I know you just behind the scenes. I know you, but I don't know you that well. So I listen to the song like I don't know you at all. Like I'm judging you off that song. And when I hear them songs, I'm like, boy, is like, yeah, he's
crazy.
something else, man. I'm just being honest. I don't,
Before I even reached out to him, I grabbed it. I didn't know what it was going to be about because it wasn't online. None of his other stuff was really available, and I grabbed it on the way home. And I was just sitting there shaking my head like, damn, like this is that bull right here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's kind of, I ain't gonna hold you. That's kind of how I felt when I was listening to him. I'm like, that's him.
I couldn't even get the CD. Let me tell you this. I couldn't even get the CD. This OT TheReal he's one of the realest cats I've encountered.
I grabbed 5 of them off the bat.
Let me tell you like this. I hit him.
That, man,
I said, yo, I need this mixtape. Like, I want to show love. I want to support. I need this mixtape. I said, but I got a problem, man. I said, my DJ equipment ain't got no CD player. My laptop ain't got no CD player. Mm-hmm. My RAM ain't got no CD player.
Digital was coming.
I said, oh, and I've never even held a full conversation with him. He said, give me your email. I got you. You know what I mean?
He didn't even send me the shit by email. I had to come meet somebody. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you within 2 hours I had the joint and I listened to it. I'm in the gym. I'm listening to it. I'm listening to it. I'm like, yo, let me know what you need. Like, Brett, show the love. You know what I mean? And I ain't stopped sharing
front
this
to
shit
back,
since
that
then.
joint is fire.
Yeah, front to back, it's ridiculous.
Facts. I'm just
and it's crazy because me and Matt, we've been friends a long time. We were having conversations just about the music scene in general, and he was like, yo, did you listen to OC4? And I'm like, I did. What do you think? Right? Ain't that how you? What do you think about what this man?
I just wanted the unbiased opinion. I was already on it though.
Yeah, somebody
I was already on my job.
I
was already on my job. I just wanted to hear somebody. I just wanted to hear somebody tell me what they honestly thought.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people know. I've DJ'd for years. You know, what I mean, I've been involved with music a long time too. And when he hit me, he was like, "I just need to know, like, what do you think about it?" Like, I'm like, "Yo, the joint's fire," and he's like, "That's what I'm saying." And this man's out here hustling hard from the muscle, and I'm like, I haven't seen anybody do that since we were in the scene hard.
Since I was out here, since our street team was out here.
That's what Matt said to me. He's like, yo, I haven't seen nobody doing this. And I was like, well, Oskino does it, and in studio, other cats do it, but as far as running around the city, Oskino does it. But what Oskino does is he's showing proof that people buy his shit. But they just don't buy it the conventional way. So I said, well, I'm gonna do it this way too, because I'm in the street same way as this motherfucker is, and he's teaching me. He's pulling me aside and he's teaching me. So I was like, yo, I learned. I said, fuck it, I'm gonna do what he does. I'm gonna try, and he taught me. Good shout out to Oskino. Like I said, he does more for artists.
But what me and Matt were more or less talking about is you gotta look. Oskino's doing it. And he's been doing it his last few mixtapes and whatever, like really earning his bread.
He's
been doing it since '90.
Okay, but I'm saying what I was getting at is Oskino. He's a name. He's somebody. You know what I mean? Like he's right. We were talking about somebody.
He's one of the
still
humblest
grinding.
dudes, though.
We're talking about somebody who hasn't got signed yet. He hasn't had a deal yet. He hasn't got signed yet. He hasn't had the buzz. He hasn't been standing next to Hove. You know what I mean? He's out here doing it. Oskino's, he's a different caliber. You know what I mean? And so we're not even talking. We're talking about people that are grinding for success still. And I haven't seen anybody in a long time really move that shit out the backseat of the car.
This shit moved too, man. I paid a couple months rent off that shit.
The trunk moved,
bought
though,
wifey a
not
truck.
just the back seat.
I bet.
He had to empty the trunk out. You know what I'm saying?
And we was selling them for 10. Because I was like, man, I got K Slay hosting this shit. I got original production on this. I got fucking Ab and them on this. Ab just got signed to fucking, Young Money, Oskino just about to drop. Hattie about to come back. Drama about to pop. Il Porter's a beast. I said, man, I'm putting this shit the fuck. I said, fuck
Hattie
Santos.
never left. He just
That
don't
shit
like
worth
being-
a
he just don't
dub.
like
Hattie
being
took
in
his
Philly,
break.
I
though.
pay a dub
He
for
just
one
don't,
of
he
them.
just
I'm
don't like
just
being in Philly though because they be hating.
Well, Hattie
Just
took
like
his
everybody.
break for a
Yo,
little
I
bit,
make
but-
music that I want to fucking smoke blunts to.
Yo,
Alright?
yeah,
let
That's
me
what
tell
I
you
do.
this.
So
I smoke a lot of blunts, so I'm with that kind of music.
I've always been a party kind of DJ, right? You know what I mean? When I tell you Benji with the blue face,
Benny.
Benny, what I said, Benji. I'm
Benny,
sorry.
like,
Benny
that's
Benny with
okay,
the
it's
blue
close
face.
enough.
No,
And-
I was just
and
correcting you. That's
and
all.
the joint with Hattie.
right.
Well, I tell you, the joint with Hattie. Let me tell you,
Schmugger.
Produced by Jumbo Beats.
Shout out to Jumbo.
Shout out to Jumbo.
Jumbo throwing that beat on there.
But the Benny with the
Mhm.
blue face, that shit, that buzz. You dropped the video for that. That shit, bro. That
Uh-huh.
was hot. That was dope.
And we did like 20,000 on YouTube and like 25,000 on WorldStar in the first like 4 or 5 days. Shit was whamming.
Yeah, that shit.
Inferno
blew
shot
quick.
that shit. Shout out to Inferno.
And,
at videos by Inferno.
So we're just getting into that, and then if you have the mixtape, you hear Schmugger.
Schmugger.
Yeah, they killed that joint, man.
Dripping like a nosebleed. Hattie went off. Well, I'm telling you, when that beat drops, 30, 35 seconds in, a minute in, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Yo, I had that on repeat at the gym working. I mean, just Hattie's always been. I mean, that's like family.
Yeah,
That's like
one
big
of the
bro.
most
You know what I mean? So,
underrated fucking people.
but when he
Talk to him,
comes
Mo.
off, when that beat drops, just the beat alone. I mean, shout out to Jumbo. I mean, when that beat drops,
That's his man.
used to both just went off on. I mean, I can't even. I like hype music. I like upbeat music that, because I've been a DJ for so long, that I always go, I love all kinds of music, but if there's something I hear that I'm like, yo, if I drop this right after, if you can drop a track after like a flip side or something, and you know that it's going to keep the dance floor moving,
And you
you
got
got a banger.
Yeah.
And that's one of them tracks. Both of them, though. Benny with the blue face and the Schmugger is just fire.
Yeah, Schmugger
Ridiculous.
joint's crazy too, definitely.
It's insane.
Schmugger. Hattie.
Shout out to Hattie, man.
Shout out to Hattie, man. I got some homies upstate. I got a few in the feds. I'm gonna eat when I'm home and sleep when I'm dead. Man, know what it is, man. Get that Oka-Cola 4 on my mixtapes, man.
So when's the next project drop?
We pushing Oka-Cola 4 for a minute, man. The next project's gonna be we're probably gonna have 2 or 3 done before we drop one. It's coming though.
I want to make sure that somebody recognizes the higher ups. You know what I'm saying? They gotta show love first. We're putting too much work in.
Shout out to Mass Appeal.
Putting
shout-
way too much
Shout out
work
to
in.
Nas. Yeah. Yeah, too much work.
So
Too
are we
much
wait?
work.
Are we waiting for a deal for the next project to drop?
I mean, the deal. Listen, the deal is nothing but a contract, my brother. You know what I'm saying? It's not necessarily a deal. It's a
It's an offer.
opportunity. It's a negotiation agreement. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's not just signing anything. You know what I'm saying? That's the main reason why I'm even around.
You
because
are
they-
a smart
Because
individual.
because they are coming. They are listening. They're listening right now. They're hearing it. You know what I'm saying?
Me and O had a short conversation on the phone. Thanks to Rich White. Shout out to Rich White. We were talking about doing a documentary.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "Oh yeah, you fuck with my man Matt, right? Yeah, Matt's my boy." He said, first words, "That's one smart motherfucker, man." You know what I mean? And that's one thing. You know, you got your reputation for being involved in the music, but a lot of people don't know that in the office you're a beast. Like, you really know your shit, and you're really out here looking out for people.
I
and
like
not
to
just,
stay. I like to stay in the office.
But you, I
That's
mean,
my comfort
as-
zone.
we've
That's
known
where
each
I
other.
be at.
We've known each other a long time, and I've never once in my day seen you or have anybody have any flack with you. Like, you legit always like with this whole situation here. From the day I came to you, just we were conversating about an idea, and you've been on board since, like, with support. You know what I mean? You always do this, don't do that. I'm looking out for you here, doing that. You know what I mean? Like, I
At
can't.
the end of the day, if I see somebody and I see they're truly getting at the dollar, they're truly working. That's what I'm aiming for. That's somebody I can work with. You know what I'm saying? Somebody like OT, somebody like you. I see that you put this whole thing together. If you're working, we're out here. If you're not, we ain't got no rap for
This
you.
this a
Man,
team.
no
This a
fucking
team
rap.
effort. This a team effort. You know what I mean? Yeah.
OT is definitely next up. I can tell you that.
Facts.
If the only way anybody in this city gets that attention.
When you hear OT got a deal, you know he didn't get fucked. I can tell you that right now.
But I think anybody else in this city that gets a deal before OT or gets like that opportunity before OT, they got a family member that's an executive or something. Because
not just at the end of the day, there's a lot of people that get contracts thrown at them. But truthfully,
it's about the one you take.
The main thing is the one that you end up actually accepting, the one that's reasonable, and the one that doesn't end up boothing somebody at the end of the day, because people are getting shelved out here. The vultures is out here. Yep. I'm not going to say that people don't expect me to be a vulture, but at the end of the day, I'm on a team. I'm here for a ring. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He the first thing I said to OT when we started talking about an arrangement was, am I here to get in and out, or am I here for a ring? We want them rings.
That's love. That's what we all, and that's one of the reasons why we wanted both of yous here on the show. Like, I have a personal relationship.
And Dennis got to get a ring too.
Dennis, we're gonna get Dennis on. We're gonna mic up and get Dennis on the mic.
Dennis gets a ring. Dennis gets a ring too. He's not here right now. I mean, he's here, but he's not within view. He gets a ring.
He's working.
He gets one of the biggest ones.
Dennis hasn't stopped working since he walked in here.
Listen, I came in so late in the picture. I got a lot of people asking me, am I managing him and this and that. Dennis been in the trenches with him as long as he could be. You know what I'm saying? So really, at the end of the day, Dennis gets the credit for being his manager.
Shout out to Dennis, man.
I just come in and put the icing in on the cake. You know what I'm saying? But Dennis baked it, though.
Matty Ice.
You know what I'm saying?
That's some freak shit.
You got pause. You got all kinds
Dennis
of nicknames
bakes his
for him.
cake. I just put the icing on. He's right, though. It's a team.
Facts.
And it's a team. And Matt told me when we first started, he said, if every part of the machine isn't working at once, then it doesn't matter what I do. Everybody got to be grinding. That's why it's important. You know what I mean?
It takes a number of parts for something to work.
It takes a machine, and that's what I'm saying. It's like Matt's seen how machines work before. Matt's been part of projects before that have been successful, part of careers that have taken off. You know?
Facts.
And Dennis has worked on some shit too, man, some important shit. So I'm like, okay, these cats, and they're both good dudes, and I met them on my own.
Not somebody coming after you.
There's
there's
nobody in between. Like, our relationship is our relationship. They met each other through me. Everything. I'm trying to be the center point so I can be accountable for everybody. And
but with these two guys, at least you know that they have
your
your intent.
I got these two guys,
intentions.
these two cats right here, and then I got Il Porter, who does all my in-house recording. I got my man Beef, Black Sun Engineering, who does all my engineering. And I got my man Thoroughbred Bangers, who does most good body of my production. And that's my in-house team, and we rocking, right? Over at Tandem. But we everywhere, you know what I'm saying?
Doing work.
We got a team, but I feel like Matt has been what we've been missing. So
it takes glue to hold things together sometimes. And you got, like I said, like you said, you met these guys on your own. So it wasn't like you had people out here vulturing, trying to get your attention, trying to get your relationship. These are guys that you've met that, they have your best interest, and that's what a lot of people miss. A lot of people, they go out and they hire themselves a managing team or a promotion team, and
my management, gets paid a percentage of what what I do. We already have that worked out, and Matt, you know what I'm saying? Me and Matt have our own situations worked out. So cats, all right, the bags are coming in now. So. But at first, no, everything was off the muscle.
Right, but besides
the bags with the handle on.
But besides,
like I said,
besides them heavy-ass bags that will be coming in, but what I was getting at is more or less is like because of the way you formed your relationships, they're a natural relationship. You didn't go out and hire these guys. You didn't go out and have these guys come up to you on the street. Listen, I promote or I manage, so let me be a part of what you're doing.
Yeah.
So naturally,
somebody seen a spark, so they was like, "Yo."
They want to be a part, so naturally they have your best intentions in the work.
Yes, because they believe.
And that's
you have
what it
to
takes.
have believers. You can't have people who are hopers or people that are supporters. You have to have believers.
And that's, I can honestly say, as long as I've been involved in doing a lot, I can't say that there's anybody really that bigs me up in the efforts I take in life. Not even with the business, but in life. Like Matt will go out of his way on a random ass. We ain't talked for 2 months. He'll hit me up, yo, and show me the love, and not even on the music thing. You know what I mean? And this whole you know, the podcast that we were blessed to be able to put together. You know what I mean? When I decided to even go with the podcast outside of the website, and the documentary series that we want to do, he was like, "That's the move." You know what I mean? And he's like, "Whatever you need, I'm here." You know what I mean? I got your best interest. But like I said, on just a personal level, that's the kind of guy you want to have in your corner.
Oh yeah,
we could talk.
absolutely.
We could not talk for months, and he'll hit me up, be like, "Yo," you know, and just show the love on the kind of man I am, opposed to outside of this entertainment business.
Loyalty is important, man. They making loyalty seem like it
They don't make it
like
no
it's
more.
a privilege.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's expected.
It's supposed to be there from the beginning.
And it's all about having them loyal people in your corner to make things work.
Shout out to Loyal.
Big shout out to Loyal. Delivery room holding us down right now.
I mean, I always had a really small circle. I always relied on a really small circle, and it's only because at the end of the day, when you got people that are willing to put their neck out there for you, that's what takes you over that hump that you need to get over.
We were just talking about this. Why can't I think of it right now? It's not your enemy that'll stab you in the back. It's your.
That's because you got Kiki Vodka.
Kiki
The
Vodka.
Kiki Vodka.
I don't want to talk about Kiki.
Kiki stabbed him in the back.
Kiki did me dirty. We can't fuck with that Kiki right now. We could do. I can't even shout them out because keep the labels facing
My
this way.
flask is empty, so I don't got that
but
private stocking in there right now.
But I want to thank you guys for coming, man, showing us love, making this first episode epic. You know, we put this thing together in hopes to give a platform to people like you who are grinding, and we just want to be a part in helping promote, you know, your projects and showing love. That's what this Urban Society is all about, love. You know what I mean? I reached out to my man Dan Dimes. I said, look, I want to make a movement, and I said, Danny, man, you know, I got this idea, and he said, I'm on board 100%. I said, cool, come do this show with me. You know what I mean? And between our relationships with other people, I think we can make it happen. Me and Danny been friends 10, 12 years
Good situation. Now. Dope setup. Good,
you know,
good smart people.
And
appreciate it.
But you know what really, really makes it pop is when we decided to do this, there was, you know, our circle's been, it hasn't been as tight as it used to be. Mm-hmm. But I feel like it's bringing people together because the support from people that, you know, are around. Everybody, you know, they want to be a part of it. They want to see it succeed, and we all have the same outlet. So the way your circle's tight, you know, and the loyalty comes into play, you know, I think we got that same thing building over here. And like I said, you know, there's numbers and
strength in numbers.
Strength in numbers. There you go. It's Corona facts. Corona facts. That's what we're gonna call it, Corona facts. There's strength in numbers, and you know, our numbers, you know, like I said, we're here to just build relationships, give a platform for the people like you, the artists, the businessmen, you know what I mean? Like, just to give these guys a platform, promote works. We want to see everybody be successful. You know what I mean? If we can do anything.
I just want to be on a tour bus. I want to stage dive.
Can we speak about tour real fast?
I want to stage dive.
Hold on.
We got some things coming
Hold
up.
on. Is there something coming up?
I mean, listen, I keep harping about what the spring is coming. I mean, the weather is about to break. There's
some things in the works, right?
It's very important.
Is anything set in stone, or can we not talk on that?
There's dates. There's shows set in stone.
So,
as far as it being a tour, called a tour, could be a tour. South by Southwest. We hitting South by Southwest.
We're gonna be down in Florida from the 26th to the 2nd. You know what I'm saying, at my castle down there.
I'm flying to LA. I'm flying to LA to go check my homies out.
I've only seen pictures and I can't wait to go. I'm trying to find a way to leave the wife and kids at home.
Yeah.
I'm about to go check the West Coast out, man. I got some homies, man, that are gonna be in LA. So they flying me out to meet up with them, just to kick it with them. But it's gonna be Grammy week out there, so I'm gonna go out there and talk some shit.
Build some relationships and
so we
see something, right?
My mixtapes invited me to pull up down South by Southwest to go fuck with them. So I'm gonna try to hit their stage. We got a show coming up. Shout out to my management reminding me. That's what they for. I got a show in Detroit coming up. When's the show in Detroit? 23rd. And then, so that's all in the next couple months. Then I got a show in Pittsburgh, St. Patrick's Day. Not Pittsburgh, Altoona. Out by
shout
Penn
out
State,
to Scott Lambinas, yo.
We threw the government out there.
Scotty.
Shout out to Scotty Dude.
And then we got one more thing. And then we got one more thing.
He's keeping his production. He's keeping his production moving.
So we got some shit going on in Altoona over by Penn State. We got some shit going on, and we're going to Austin for South by Southwest, Austin, Texas. Show in Detroit. Going to L.A. Next Thursday, I'll be in L.A. But then, we come back, the major trip, man. Big one.
What is it?
Taking my young boy and my girl to Disney World.
That's what's up, man.
That's major.
Off money that Tom Brady won me when he beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. So shout out to Tom Brady.
Shout out to Tom the
I'm gonna
GOAT.
keep it funky. I was down like 1,500, and I put like 7 racks on the Patriots money line, and we won.
Let's go.
And I collected. And before I fucked the paper up, I gave
go.
the paper to my people to book the trip. And we going. So I
Shout
don't
out
care
to
who
Tom.
wins the Super Bowl because I'm going to Disney World.
I had to talk him out of going to the dealership.
I was about to go to the dealership.
We don't need to do
go.
that. We gotta go to
Fuck
Disney
up
World.
a
Let me know
bag.
how Disney World is. I gotta take the
I'm
little
taking
guys
young
there,
boy
man.
because he owned it because like when you know what if I fuck that bread up on living life and splurging and then like a couple years like it's like damn now I don't got it, but I'm gonna have it anyways, God willing. But I said I'm gonna take the young boy, man. So we going to Disney World. Shout out to Tom Brady.
That's what's up, man. Shout out Tom the GOAT.
Muscle. Saying it all night.
So we can get all that detail about the shows and everything and your projects.
Follow
and
my
we're gonna,
gram.
Yeah, shout out your gram
We're
and
gonna
all
put it
that.
on the Urban Society shit.
Oh,
and
yeah.
We're gonna make sure we boast hard and make sure we spread the word as best as we can to our viewers and our followers and everything.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell cats I did this joint. It's gonna get popping.
Shout out to Delivery Room Loyal in here, holding it down with the video and everything, man. We couldn't really get this footage together if it wasn't for him. You know what I mean? So we're gonna big up Loyal too and
Talented.
He makes
Facts.
fire videos and everything. So we're gonna make sure we put Loyal out there too and get Delivery Room. Everything, man. It's love, like I said, man. It's strength in numbers, man, and hustle from the muscle, and we get it popping. But I think what everybody's been waiting for, man, is we need to hear OT go off.
It's about time.
Is it time? Does times you got anything you want to talk to him about?
Bill
No, not
Barzewski.
really, man. Like that's my guy. We'll talk and all that, but I mean, let's let him get to some bars because I'm sure
Yeah,
everybody
I'm
wants to hear
irrelevant,
him.
right?
Get some
I've been
bars.
irrelevant the whole night. Y'all should just cut straight to O.
Urban Society.
We got OT the real. He about to give y'all some fucking bars, man. Let's go, man. Get him, O.
Nowadays, you better off dealing weight. Keep it on a quiet tip, turn it into real estate. And everybody that you think is your friend got a motive. Better start thinking again. Up in the booth, though, I think with the pen. And we ain't leaving like blood permanent ink. We sinking in skin. Me? Shit, I think I'm gonna win. Y'all, I'm 100%. And you gon' wind up under somebody Tim's. Round here, I get the scoop first. He who shoots first usually shoots last. If you ain't had it on you, stupid ass. Seen it come through the glass right in the homie head over bread. Now over something that they heard that he said. Every day dudes get robbed, took for everything. Think they know who did it too, but they ain't doing anything. But let somebody start fucking their chick. They'll be at the door to empty a clip. This is real talk. I feel a dark presence up in the room. Got an L road knowing I'll be puffing it soon. See the bass head stuck on the boom. Cobwebs on his face, looking like he coming fresh out of tomb. See the young boys with something to prove, nothing to do. Commit crimes till school sucks, there's nothing to lose. I let us game, she loving me too. But I just don't get attached, cause of the haters and the police and rats. I see the paper, I'ma focus on that. They told me focus on rap. Close range, no need for scopes on my strap. Come on. Headshots, young bobbing them, befriending them and robbing them. If you don't know the combination, it's gonna be a problem. All the hoods respect it, and all the burbs loving it. Young disrespectful, middle fingers to the government. Wake up, put my shoes on, hustle in the school zone. Knowing that tonight I could go wake up with them blues on. I put them TV news on, they put somebody new on. They told me leave them streets alone, that could have been you on. The game grew on him, he'll never move on. Wrapped in stamp, strapped in amped, I put you on. See the real, follow me, man.
Shit's light, man.
What y'all want some more?
Let's go.
What y'all want, one more?
Run that shit back, man. Let's get some shit popping. Go off on them.
Just got a checker for North Face. I'm taking your space. Used to duck out from court dates. Now I'm booking up tour dates. She told you she need more space. I showed her my boy's place. She showed me her whole face. Uber couldn't have been more late. More money mean more hate. Homie came through with more weight. Got a quad with that white girl. Fuck what they call it, foreplay. We up next, what they all say. And the lows, what they all pay. Give me a crop of that goodness. Watch the players, they all play. And my hood fuck with me the long way. Old school jazz, that's jazz.
Salt Lake, heroin and hatred, hoes, haze, and heartbreak. How the hell we get in this here? Hard trades, 2 for 5, do or die, soup kitchen 5. The city's on my back, what I wear like a suit and tie. Enemies from the past haunt you, jealous cause you alive. I'm putting rappers to sleep still, euthanized. Send a bottle to my enemies, it's all on me.
My fucking guy,
Rest
man.
in peace, Walt Weezy.
Rest in peace, Walt, man. One more, let's go.
Yeah, I'll give you one more.
Can we get one more? Something short?
Listen. Fresh out of the jungle, my head's high, but I'm humble. My bread's fine, you have a crumb, you just get by. I'ma run you down 10 times, I'ma slump you. Twin nines, I'ma trunk you like bedtime. It's your uncle on meth high as he punks you. Ugh. We out, man. OT the real.
You already know, man. OT the real. We got Matt Dunleavy in here too, man. We in the building. Urban Society Podcast, man. We around. Let's go.
It's crazy, man.
shooting live, man.
We want to big use up, man, and thanks for an epic episode, man. OT the real, Matt Dunleavy, man. Shout out your IG and all that fun stuff, man. Let's make sure the people know where they need to go.
Follow me on the gram, OT_the real. Twitter's the same. Facebook's OT Coca-Cola. I mean, OT the real is a business. Soup Kitchen, you know what I'm saying? That's the movement. Coca-Cola, that's the brand. Get it straight.
Once again, we thank everybody for tuning in, man. This has been Urban Society, the podcast. OT the real,
Hey,
Matt Dunleavy,
go!
my co-host Danny Dimes holding it down, man. This family in the building, man. We got a lot to come, a lot coming on, man. Make sure delivery
You
room.
already know.
We want to thank loyal RM for taking care of us with the footage and everything. Big shout outs to B Sharps and Scotty doing here holding it down. Urban Society, the podcast.
Yes, sir. We signing off till next week, man. You already know. Let's go.